We are going to start with the loops. So there are different kinds of loops available in Java. So the first loop which came into the industry is what means the while loop. Then after that we got do while loop. Then after that we have for loop. Then next we have for each loop. These are the different loops we have here. So the most commonly used is the for loop. Then after that we use actually what the while and do while loop. Okay, so the while and do while loop, it has its own limitations. So that's why actually what we usually go for loop. Reason we'll tell you. Now I want to print in this way. Just give me a minute. So first we will go for while loop. And do while loop. So right now, what is my main intention actually what to use the loop? So I want to print scissor 1. The same thing I want to print it for actually what? 5 times. Okay, this is what I want to do. So right click, run as Java application. Hello, sorry guys. You guys are able to see my screen now? Is my voice is audible now? Sorry, it got disconnected in a while. Hope so everyone can hear my voice, right? Yes, good. Okay, so right now I want to actually what? Print the same statement over there 111 for multiple times here. So if I want to do the same thing for multiple times over here, so it's not a good way to copy paste the same action and then do it. The best way is what to do means it's having a loop. So how we can do means simple. While integer I is equal to 1. I is less than or equal to 5. So totally 5 times I want to print what as 1. Got it? Then after that, right now here, till my I value is less than or equal to 5, I want to print it. Then after that here I can give I plus plus. I plus plus what it will do? It will increment the I value by plus 1. Okay, I plus plus means it increments the I value by plus 1. So same is equal to I is equal to I plus 1. I plus 1 means what? First I value will be 1. 1 plus 1 will be 2, which is stored into the I. Next time actually what? 2 is less than or equal to 5? Yes, comes here. Then 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 will be stored here. Then it will be 4. Then it will be 5. The same step is what we are doing it over in this place. I plus plus means increment the I value by plus 1. See, I'm incrementing it. See, 5 times it prints the I value. Same thing if I give it as actually what I is less than or equal to 10. Now 10 times actually what the loop will run. Then it prints me 1 for 10 times. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Same thing. Everyone understood this part? What is a while loop? And then how we are trying to actually what? Run the loop for 5 times or 10 times. Everyone understood this part? So first I have declared one variable called I. Then that variable value, if it is less than or equal to 10, I'm asking the loop to run. Okay. Then after that, I'm trying to print the value what I need. Then I++ helps me to increment the I value by +1. Okay. That's what I'm doing. Clear? Meena, you are also clear on this part? How we are trying to run this loop for 5 times or 10 times?
Yes, Murali.
Super. So now you guys tell me, I want to print it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10 times. Instead of 1, I'm trying to print actually what? 10 times. I want to print it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This should be my output.
We need to give a conditional
Condition?
statement in, and I is equal to I plus 1, like that I need to give, I think so.
So I value is actually what? Is initially 1. While I is less than or equal to 10. Correct? So now what will happen right now? If my I value is less than or equal
Yes.
to 10, the loop will run for actually what? 10 times. Am I right?
Murli,
Yes.
in this case, we'll increment I value before println statement. So we'll get to 10 pre-increment.
Okay. If I give it like this.
Pre-increment. I'm telling pre-increment.
Okay. So ++I.
No, it is before system.out.println. Before
Okay.
and system.out.println is I.
Okay. So the thing is actually what, if I give I, so my I value will be what? It will be incremented. So now what will happen? Initially I value is what? 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 10? Yes. Then ++I. Increments the I value by +1. Now I value will become as 2. 2 will be printed for me here. Next time 2 is less than or equal to 10? Correct. Then it will be 3. Like that it goes and then prints me 2 to 11. But I need 1 to 10.
I is equal to 0.
Okay, that is one way. Superb, good. But I'm getting till 11.
While I equal to 10. Equal to.
So now it does not print me anything.
Oh.
I value is 0. 0 is equal to 10.
Okay.
What I need to do? If I give I is less than.
Then 9, it will print up to 9.
No. 1 to 10 is printing. How? Because I value initially is what?
0.
0 is less than 10? Yes. Then I++ means what? The I value increments by 1. Now what is the I value? 1. Getting? I value is 1. So it prints me 1 right now. Then it becomes as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then after that it becomes as 9. 9 is less than 10? Yes, comes here. Then ++I. Now what happened? I value increments by +1. That is, it becomes as 10. Then it prints me 10. Got it? Any questions? So that's why this usually it should be here. I++. Then here I can give, because first time it prints me actually what? 1. Then only the increment should happen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Till my value is 10, it will print. Then after that, when it increments to 11, 11 is less than or equal to 10, no, comes out of the loop. Got it?
Yes.
Super. The same thing, do while loop. So integer j is equal to 1. Here it starts with do, and then here I will have the condition while I is less than or equal to 10. Here I can print scissor j. Then I can give j plus plus. Got it? Initially the j value is 1, do while loop, system.println j. So j value will be what? 1. Then j plus plus. Now what will happen? It will be incremented to 2. Then 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes comes here and then prints me 2. Then it will be increment to 3. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Then after that it becomes as 11. 11 is less than or equal to 10. No, comes out of the loop. Got it? This is j. J is less than or equal to 10. Got it? Now the change. In case if my value is actually what? 20. J value also is 20. So here in while loop, what will happen? 20 is less than or equal to 10? No. Will it execute this while loop? It will not execute because the condition is false, means it will not execute the loop itself. So it comes out of the loop. Then the same thing, integer j equal to 20. So then here, when it is actually what 20, here first actually what it's do. So always actually what it executes is, then prints me the j value just 20. Then the j value will be incremented to 21. 21 is less than or equal to 10. No, comes out of the loop. So do while loop, what will happen? If the condition is true or false, always it executes actually what? Once in the program. Got it? Always it executes at least once in the program. Then after that, if the condition is actually what? Again satisfied, then it will execute the next time. Otherwise actually what? It does not execute for the second instance. That's the only one thing. Got it right? So while loop, only if the condition is true, then only it will execute for the first instance itself. But do loop, always it executes for the first instance. The second instance it will execute or not depends on the condition. Okay, but always once it will execute. That's the difference. Okay. Right click, run as Java application. See, do loop at least executed for once even when the condition is false. But while loop, if the condition is false, it will not execute once also. Got it? Can everyone ping me as yes if you have understood the difference between while loop and do while loop? You guys understood this part? The difference between while and do while loop is clear? Super. So when we will use this while loop or when we will use this do while loop over there in the Selenium level means. Okay, so I have some checkboxes where I want to print the names of it. Okay, so that time how we will get the size of the actually what the checkbox. Then after that actually what based on the size we will run it. This is one kind. Okay, so the while and do while loop, how we are going to use it over there. So now I will verify whether actually what the checkbox is present or not. If the checkbox is present at least one, then only actually what I will execute the while loop. Okay, if it is not there, I will not execute the while loop itself. So do while loop, what we will do means, okay, even if the checkbox is present or not, I will execute some set of statements inside it. Then after that actually what, if my checkbox is not there, I will actually what come out of the place. But even though I will execute some statements inside it, then after that actually what I will come out of it with help of some exception handling. I will not throw the error, but I will capture the error. The what is it? My checkbox is not present over there. That's what I will do here. That's the difference between while and do while loop. While loop we will not execute itself. Do while loop at least we will execute once After that checkbox is there, continue, otherwise comes out of the loop. Got it? So in the while loop and then the do while loop, we have actually what? One problem. So what is the challenge here means? In case if I forget to give here this I plus plus, see now what will happen? It becomes as an infinite loop for me here. Can you see? It becomes as an infinite loop. That is, if I have not given the increment, it becomes as an infinite loop, which will become a problem where the memory increases, and then after that, it will give me actually what out of memory location error. Okay, so that's the problem here. So in order to rectify this problem, they came up with a new solution called for loop. So any loop when they come, they got to know that they have to use actually what some three step of statements. What are the three things they taught means? The first thing is I need a variable for the initialization. So first thing, we need to initialize a variable. Then the next thing is the condition. I is less than or equal to 5. That is still where the loop should run. Then after that, the increment or decrement. Okay, so they got to know we need one variable which has to be initialized, then a condition, then the next one is actually what? The increment or decrement. So this is mandatory, they got to. So yes, it just got. You guys are able to see now. Okay, so the for loop level. Okay, for loop level. So they got to know actually what the while loop and do while loop. If we are not using actually what the uh, increment or decrement, it becomes as actually what an infinite loop. They got to know. So for that only what they did in the for loop, we will have these three statements mandatory to be used. One, the place where to be initialized, then the condition to be satisfied, then the increment or decrement. Here I can have the same information. Scissor. Got it? System.println. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? This is how they handled it. Got it? If I want till 10, the loop should run 1 to 10. Oh, is it? Give me a minute. Hope so. Now it's clear. I just connected to my Wi-Fi. Hopefully now it's clear, right? Good. Okay. So everyone understood about the for loop? So for loop, we need three steps. One is initialization of a variable, the condition till where the loop should run, then the increment or decrement. Okay. So this is how the loop should work. This is clear for everyone? Okay. So basically we have seen actually how to work on with loops and then how to write the syntax for the while loop, do while loop, and then the for loop. These three things we saw. And then how to print continuous numbers actually what from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next thing actually what? So if I come, I want to print as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this, what is that? How to find the logic? Okay, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from where we need to start the loop? Start the loop from 1. Where I need to end the loop? End the loop by 5. Then whether it's an increment or decrement, it's an increment. Increment by how many? Plus 1. Okay, these are the three things that we need to write my program. So this is my logic. Based on this, we should run the for loop. See, for integer I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 5, then I plus plus. Got it? This is how we should write. Okay, start the loop from 1, end the loop from 5, then I plus plus. It should be incremented. Then here we should give scissor I. Got it? So now what will happen? Initially it will be 1, then 1 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, comes inside and prints 1. Then after that I value will be incremented by plus 1, that is 2. Then 2 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, prints me 2. Then I will be incremented to 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5. Prints me 3. Then it should be plus 1, 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5. Prints me 4. Then incremented to 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, prints me 5. Then it increments to 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5. No, comes out of the loop. Got it? The same thing now, I want to print it as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now can anyone tell me from where I need to start the loop, where I need to end the loop, whether it's an increment or a decrement? Can anyone help me on this?
Murli will start in the loop, will initialize I value to 5.
Yes, start the loop by 5. End the loop by?
In the loop by 1.
Correct. Then it should be increment or decrement?
Decrement.
Decrement by?
1.
1. Super. Then here I have my for loop. So it should be for integer I is equal to, starts from where?
5.
5. Then I is?
I is greater than equal to 1.
Correct. It should be greater than or equal to. Before it is actually what? Lesser than or equal to 5. Because it starts from 1 and then it should be actually what? 1 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Same thing here. 5 is greater than or equal to 1. Then only it condition satisfies. Then it should be incremented or decremented?
I minus minus.
Minus minus. It should be decremented.
Only one question.
Yes.
Here we are doing post decrement. If we'll do pre decrement, will there any difference or same?
Same only, because anywhere actually what I is going to be incremented or decrement. It's a post or a pre. Anything is not a problem. It's going to increment only, so it's not a problem. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Good. So this is how actually what we need to find the basic logic. See, same thing. Scissor. It should be start the loop from 5. Then I is greater than or equal to 1. I minus minus. Now it should be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it? Clear, right? Same thing we will see if it is plus plus I, whether we are getting the same thing or a different. Still it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No change in that. Clear, right?
Yes.
Good. So now we have seen actually what, how to print the numbers, continuous numbers from 1 to 5 or 5 to 10 in a ascending order and a descending order we have seen. Now the next thing we will see how to actually what print even numbers. Now we will get the logic. So print even numbers from 1 to 10. So what are the even numbers in 1 to 10? If we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So these are my even numbers from 1 to 10. But how I derived it manually, that is what we need to know. So how we will know whether a number is even or not? So simple. If I divide a number by 2,
2.
yes, correct. Then I will know whether it's a even number. Correct. So I need to get the loop from actually what? 1 to 10. So that means here start the loop from where? Start the loop from 1. Then end the loop by 10, because I need to run from 1 to 10 and then find whether it's an it's a what to say, even number or not. Then after that, do I need to increment or decrement?
Increment.
Yes, because need to run from 1 to 10. So increment by plus 1, so that it runs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But how I will confirm whether actually what it's even number or not? I need to divide it. So if I take 1, I'll divide it. So it gives me actually what, some 0.5 or something like that. Okay. Same thing if I take 2, 2 is divided by 2. Yes, once or twice, once or 2, it gives me 0. It's an even number. If I take 3, once or 2, gives me 1. It's not an even number. Same thing. If I divide it by 4, 2 2s are 4. I'll get 0. It's an even number. Same thing, 2, 5. So 4, 1. If I divide the 6, 3s are 6, 0. Got it? So which confirms me whether it's an even number or not? That is the remainder. If I get it as 0, I'm sure that actually what, my number is a even number. Okay, so how to get that one means actually what, when we are doing it by percentile. Okay, so anything actually what, if I give, see, 2 divided by 2 divided by 2, my output will be what, 1. The remainder is 1. But I want this quotient. Sorry, the quotient is 1. But now I want the remainder. So if I give 2 percentile of 2, my output will be actually what, 0. This is what I need. That is, I need the remainder. Based on this, I can confirm whether it's a even number or a odd number. Got it? So this is what I need to do. So how I need to do? So simple. Even numbers, odd numbers. Both the things we'll try to identify. So I need to run the loop from starting from 1 to 10. Got it? So here I need to confirm whether it's an even number. So for that, I can use an if condition. So if conditions actually what help me to verify whether I can execute that step of lines or not. Only if the condition satisfies, it executes the if condition. Otherwise, it will not execute me the if condition. So here I percentile of 2 is equal to 0. That means you just print me CISO the I value. That is, divide the I value by 2. And then if you get the remainder as 0, then you can print the I value. Got it? That's it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Understood? If my remainder is actually what? Not equal to 0, that means what? I can get my odd numbers. Got it, right? If a remainder is actually what? Equal to 0, I will get my even numbers. If my remainder is not equal to 0, that means I will get my odd numbers. That's it.
So Murli, you gave that assignment to print prime numbers.
Yes.
So this logic we can put for prime number not equal to 0.
Yes, you can use for that, but actually a small changes alone will come. But you can use that.
What I tried.
Yeah.
We can divide here in if condition. We can put two condition using AND operator.
No, just a second. We will go with for that later, Prajni. First, we'll finish this one. If you're able to understand all these things, then we will go for the prime numbers.
Thank you.
Okay. So, any questions on this program? Is clear for everyone on this program? Clear? Can everyone ping me as yes if you're sure about this? Super. Okay. So now we will go for prime numbers. So how you will know whether a number is a prime or not? Okay. A number, if it is not divided by any of the number apart from 1 and then by the same number, then it's called as a prime number. If the number is divisible by any of the other numbers, it's not a prime number. That's it. Got it, right? So that means a number, if it is divided by only by that number or by 1, it should not be divided by any other numbers apart from that. Then it's called as a prime number. Okay, so that's the thing. So how to get that? If I see, I have actually what? My number is actually what? 3. Okay, so now if you see, I need to actually, I am very sure any number will be divided by 1. Correct? So I need to start checking from the number 2. From number 2 only actually what I need to start dividing it. So 2, I'll take this. I'm trying to divide. So 2 ones are 2. My remainder is 1. So that means if this is not divided. Then 3, we know any number will be divided by its number. So this is a prime number. Same thing if I take actually what? 4. So that means I need to start from 2s are 2. 4. 2 2s are 4. That means this number is not a prime number. I don't need to go and verify for 5, the next number and all, 3, 4 and all. Okay, because if the number is divided by any one of the number, I'm sure it's not a prime number. Correct? So that's why I don't need to verify for the other number. Then the next one is 5. 5 if I take here, 2. 1s are, sorry, 2s are 4. Remainder is 1. Then 3 divided by 5. 1s are 3. Remainder is 2. Then 4. 1s are 4. Remainder is 1. Anyway, we are sure it will be divided by. So by 2, 3, 4, it is not divided. Then this number is a prime number. Okay, this is how manually I can confirm whether this number is a prime number or not. That means what I need to do, which number I'm giving, always I need to start dividing it by 2 plus 1, that 3, then the next, till my number less than one number. Okay, always start from actually what, dividing it by 2 until that number minus 1, that is 4. See, till that I need to actually what, divide it. Based on that, actually what, if I'm able to do that, then actually what, if it's not divided by any of the number, then it's actually what, is a prime number. Got it, right? That's it we are going to do. Clear? Any questions? Is everyone clear on this part? Okay, super. So now if you see where I need to start the loop, can anyone tell me? I need to start the loop, can anyone tell me? And where I need to end the loop? Where I need to start the loop?
1.
No, because are we starting it to divide it by 1?
No.
That means start the loop from
2.
then end the loop.
The given number minus 1.
Correct. Given number minus 1. That's it. Super. Then the next thing is actually what? What I need to verify over here?
Remainder.
Correct. So that is, I need to verify the remainder is not equal to 0. Verification point is should not be divided by 0. Got it? Then after that, one more thing. So it's like actually what, if this number actually what, if it is divided by any of that number, so do I need to still continue over there for dividing it? I need to stop or break the loop there itself. Okay, the other is another one. Break loop if it is divided by any number. After that, there is no use of running the thing because it's already we have confirmed whether it is not a prime number. So no need to again verify and then check whether it's divided by other numbers. Okay, that is another verification point. Got it, right? Then finally only I need to print the output. Finally print my output. My number is a prime number or not. Got it? This is how we need to do. So here if you see, so this is my number, int my number. I'm going to give it as 7 as of. So then I need to run the loop. Start the loop from what? Integer I is equal to 2. I is less than my number. My number is what? 7. That means less than that number means till 6 I should try to run the loop. Okay. Then I plus plus. Because we are going to increment by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay. Then after that, here I'm going to check if my number. Okay. So that is if I value percentile. Okay. So, sorry. My number is divided by. Okay. So my number is what? 7. That 7. If it is divided by I. If it is equal to 0, that means what? It's not a prime number. So I can just print not a prime. Okay. Then after that, I can break the loop and then I can come out of it because there is no use of running the loop. Got it? Then else I can print it's a prime number. Okay, so we'll check whether it's correct or not. Then after that we will do. Now I'll try to run. Can you see it's a prime number. It's a prime number. It's printing for all the loop. So that means starts with 2 till 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time it's printing. So I don't want to print it for n number of times. I want to print it finally once whether it's a prime or not. So what is the best thing means? So here I can have Boolean status. I can have one status, that is make it as false initially. Okay, then here I can give status is equal to false. Else condition here, what I will do, in case if it is a prime number, so this thing here I don't want to print it. I want to just make it as true. So I'm making this Boolean status actually what as true in case if my number is actually what it's a if it is not divided by and then gives me as 0. Then finally once the for loop is completed, here I can have one condition. If my status is equal to true at the end of the program, that means finally I can give it as it's a prime number. That's it. Got it? Right click and as Java application. Finally it gives me it's a prime number. Same thing if I give it as actually what? 4. See now, not a prime number. If I give it as actually what? 3, it's a prime number. Same thing if I give it as actually what? 6, not a prime number. Got it? So this is how I can just confirm whether it's a prime number or not. Got it? Got it? Any questions for anyone on this? Clear? Meena, Prajni, both of you?
Yeah, it's clear, Murli.
Great, super. Cool. So with this, I'll stop it for today. Okay. So the remaining actually what we will see for tomorrow. So tomorrow again, evening, we will have the same session. Morning, we'll have a regular session. And tomorrow evening also, again, we will have the same session. We will see some more logical programs over there and then we can complete it.
Murli, can you please, I'm not telling today,
Yeah.
Today morning session you explain about that index of function. I'm having doubt in that actually.
Sure. I will take it tomorrow. No worries.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, cool, super. Tomorrow, just remember me evening. We can just take it. End of the session, we can take it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. Okay, thanks guys. See you. Bye-bye.